we're Jacob and Jenny, and we have arrived in Colonia, Uruguay.
We're going to spend the day wandering the cobblestone streets of this beautiful colonial city, so let's go get started. So we're doing just a quick day trip here, and what better way to start off at than the gate to the city, right here along the walls. So this town used to be completely surrounded by walls. Throughout its history, it's been owned by both the Spanish and the Portuguese, constantly fighting back and forth. So of course you had to have good fortification to constantly deal with those enemy forces trying to ransack and control your city. And you can still see a lot of that here today. It's quite beautiful. I'm really excited to go explore more of this town and see what it has to offer.
Are we going that way? Ooh, so we are just taking in this charming town. We're now at the Street of Sighs, or Suspiros. We're just taking in this nice cobblestone, picturesque city that, I think we're gonna enjoy. Just kind of a chill day, sightseeing. It's gonna be lovely. Ooh, one thing that I have noticed from the start here is how beautiful all the flowers are. We are here in late spring, so I'm guessing that probably has something to do with it, but there are just these houses, or all the different buildings that have these just giant bushes of like bright beautiful flowers, and that is just like, oh, it's so charming, it's so cute.
So we're wandering around and found this really cool tile map up on the wall of what the town kind of was looking like in 1762. And you can see a lot of the street grid is still the same, the walls, very neat. And it's also the blue tile work is still kind of showing the influence of the Portuguese. So like I mentioned earlier, this town went between Spanish and Portuguese rule, so you kind of get that influence of both cultures, and you kind of see that with the blue tile work.
Sorry, it's going to take me a little bit longer today to get around. Hopefully I don't fall. So the old town of Colonia is pretty small, but there are a few noteworthy landmarks. One of those is the Lighthouse here in town. The Lighthouse was built on an old convent, and at one point it did burn down, so it does look a bit newer. You are able to go to the top, and it's supposed to be an incredible view of the city. But unfortunately, it's only open on the weekends to climb to the top, and we're here during the weekday, so we won't be able to today. But if you get the chance, it seems like it would be an amazing view of the city, so definitely take it if you can. Try not to break my ankles. These are intense cobblestones on the street. So another landmark here is the Basilica of the Blessed Sacrament, which is from one of the oldest parishes here in Uruguay. The church is beautiful on the outside, kind of simpler on the inside, but still I think worth just kind of walking around, taking it all in, and seeing one of the landmarks here in the city.
We built up an appetite and it is time for lunch. We stopped at this little Italian place just across the street from the cathedral. It's so beautiful here, just in the shade, on the sidewalk, beautiful park across the street, views of the church. This area has a very big Italian heritage, so you'll see Italian food a lot. All of like Uruguay, not just Colonia. So we've seen gnocchi and things like pasta, different styles of pasta on a lot of menus. Haven't had any yet, so I'm pretty excited to try some. I got the gnocchi with like 2 different sauces. I got a spinach sauce and a tomato sauce. And of course the bell is ringing right now. Let's try some of this. It's very good. The gnocchi is super soft. Very nice. Oh, I really like that spinach sauce. It's like creamy, kind of cheesy. The spinach is really nice in it. Oh man, this is perfect. And then some wine to top it off. And it's just beautiful sitting out here. Just perfect.
Ooh, and I got Sorrentinos, which is an Argentinian ravioli. It has this particular one, I don't know if they all do, has ham and cheese inside, and I got with bolognese sauce. Ooh. Oh, yum. That is very good. Ooh, so after that amazing lunch, we decided that we think we're going to take a look around at some of the little museums in town, see what the noteworthy artifacts are, and maybe spend a little time indoors out of the sun. And they're also come highly recommended in some guidebooks, so we're going to check them out. So we took a tour of some of the museums here in Colonia. They are very tiny, teeny tiny museums. Some of them are only like 1 or 2 rooms, and they're all kind of just spread out throughout the city. Not all of them were open today, and some of the ones our guidebook recommended also weren't open, so that was a little disappointing. But if you just like kind of are walking around anyway and you want to take a few minutes to see, you know, these different rooms in these museums, definitely take the opportunity. I will say though that everything is in Spanish, nothing is in English, so if you don't speak Spanish it might be a little hard to kind of know what the specifics are of each item, but we just kind of walked through, took a look around, you know, took a few minutes, and some of it was in air conditioning, so that was nice too. Nice little bonus. Just taking a break from all the walking we've been doing over the last several days. Just enjoying a little bit of time, relaxing in one of these lovely little plazas. So when we were at the gate during our intro, we really wanted to take pictures, but we forgot. So we're like, oh, we'll come back later. There must have been a ferry that got out, because now there's like dozens of people down there. So I think that there's probably quite a bit of ferry traffic coming from Buenos Aires. So if you want to get in some pictures of the city, which is beautiful and you definitely should, maybe come out early, get it done, and then go see the sights. So today was another crazy busy day.
Yeah, Colonia was a wonderful, wonderful, cute, beautiful town. Then at the end of the day, we had to get on a ferry to our next stop. So Colonia is a pretty easy trip between Buenos Aires and Colonia. A lot of people do it as kind of a day trip from there. We're kind of going the opposite way, but we're excited to be now in Buenos Aires, and you'll see us here in our next video.
Bye.